Okay. All right, now I am live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Instagram. That is awesome. And I started a little bit earlier tonight because I want to hang out with you guys. Yes, so I'm going to be getting started at, let's see, let me type here for you guys, okay? Getting started at 6:05. So right now it's 5:56. So we have about 10 minutes. 10 minutes to be getting started, okay? So tell me a little bit about you. Before we get started, I decided to go live a little earlier so that I could hang out with you guys, talk a little bit. So first of all, we have the hashtag of the live. And because I want to get to know you a little bit, I want to know, are you a newbie? Are you a regular? Or are you a BSA? Now, a newbie is here for the first time. So if you are watching me for the first time live, you know, it's your first time participating here, tell me in the chat, hashtag newbie, okay? Now, you can also be a regular. What does that mean, Teacher Bricks? Well, a regular is someone that is always or very frequently watching my lessons, participating in the live lessons, posting in the chat, sharing the lessons. You are a regular. But there is more. If you are a BSA, a BSA means you are a regular because you're always here or very frequently here, but you're also a BSA. A BSA is a baby sardine in my online English program. Yeah, so these are my students, as I like to call them. They're my babies. So now, in the meantime, post here in the chat if you are a newbie, regular, or a BSA, okay? I see BSAs joining. That is awesome. Moneda, Giovanni, that is good. I see some newbies. Tell me your name, because sometimes by the name of the profile, it's hard for me to know if your name. Selma is a regular. Hello, Selma. Where you're from? You know, tell me here in the chat. And people on Facebook. Well, you got to tell me about you guys too, you know? Let me see here. I see people joining, regulars. I like to know about you guys. And my next question is, where are you from? So tell me here in the chat, where are you guys from? You know, that way I can know who I am getting to. And I think on Instagram you can now post comments, okay? Before you were not able to post comments. So tell me, where are you from and what is your hashtag? Are you a BSA watching me from Instagram? Are you a newbie, first time around here? Or are you a regular, you know? So tell me here in the chat. I'll be reading a few comments. Hector is a newbie. That is awesome. Lex is a regular. That's great. Jose, BSA. That's good, Jose. Awesome. Let's see who else. Galib from Bangladesh. Whoa, that is awesome. Said from Morocco. Wow. And Said, are you a regular? Are you a newbie? Tell me here in the chat. José from Mexico City, BSA. Moneda, BSA from São Paulo. Giovanni, BSA from Sardinia. Angie, BSA as well. Lots of BSA participating tonight. That is great. Dotsa is a regular, okay? So we have regulars, we have newbies. It is really nice to have you guys participating. Let's see here some students on Facebook. We have Mauro from Colombia. Mauro, are you a newbie, a regular? Who are you? You know? Max from Brazil, that is awesome. Are you a baby sardine? I don't know. Are you a regular or a newbie? Tell me here in the chat. Luz from Peru is a newbie. That is awesome. Thanks for participating, Luz. That's great. Sara from the Philippines. That is great. Also a newbie. Lots of newbies tonight. That is very cool. Elizabeth is a regular. That is awesome. Very nice to be watching you guys to be watching. To have you guys participating from so many different places. Emma, BSA, that is good. Winston, awesome. Winston is a regular, BSA, newbie. Tell me here, it's hard for Teacher Pricks to remember everybody's names, you know? Let's see who else. Someone from Mexico, awesome. That is good. Well, tonight you're going to learn more than walking faster than a baby. I'm going to show you how you can learn faster than a baby. That's pretty cool, huh? Because walking, I think pretty much every grown-up can walk faster than a baby because our legs are longer. So that's not an advantage. Well, I think it is. Anyway, Jaime from Mexico, but he's living in the U.S., a BSA. That is good. That is good. Hobson, another BSA. Wow, thanks, BSAs, my babies, participating, joining tonight. Yesterday, we had a very nice lesson, the BSAs and I, and it was really cool to see the BSAs participating. We had a review of Module 2. It was very, very nice. So wisdom is a regular. Good, good. Okay, so lots of people joining. Let me take a look at Facebook because I have to keep changing pages, you know. Norma from Mexico. Mauro is a newbie. That's good, Mauro. Welcome. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And I don't want to give spoilers, but stay until the end because some pretty cool things are going to happen, you know. As I always tell my baby sardines, my BSAs, my students, my friends, preparation is important. And I prepared this lesson this morning. I really sat down and I studied the subject. So I'm bringing really cool lessons and tips to help you guys on your journey to communication so that you can achieve your dreams, your goals in English, of course. Okay, and if possible, you know, you can give a like, hit a like button or something, you know, that would be pretty awesome. Now, people on Instagram are a little quiet, you know, if you can say hello, I think it's possible for you to send me some love too. Tell me who you are, where you were from, you know, your name, if you are a newbie or a regular or maybe a BSA watching from Instagram. If you can hear me, you know, test sound. Oh, good, good, good. Gabriel, BSA from Guadalajara. Guadalajara. Okay, awesome. Wisdom from República Dominicana. Okay, very good. Excellent, guys. So we have a lot to talk about tonight, you know, and tell me if you enjoyed me starting a little earlier to talk to you guys a little bit, because then I can always do that for you guys, you know, maybe join a few minutes earlier, you know, like 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, like tonight, just to say hello, just to say hi, to talk to you guys. I'm having fun, you know, I'm having a good time. Okie dokie. Now, let me see here. Good, guys. First and foremost, I have a question for you guys. Do you want to learn? Do you want to know? Because I need you guys to be honest, because if you're honest, well, democracy. I will tell you to give me an honest answer, but I will give you the lesson anyway. You have no choice. But tell me, do you want to learn how you can learn English faster than a baby? Are you ready? Would you like to know what you need to do? What do you need to change so that you can learn faster than a baby? Tell me here in the chat, you know, is it a big yes? Or, of course, hello, girl. So I want to know what you guys have to say. Is it a big yes, teacher? Or, of course, teacher. So these are your options. Because that's the subject tonight, you know. I'm going to show you that you can do that, okay? Just as Mauro says, he wants to improve his English. That's cool. Herman says, urgently. All right. So Sarah says, yes. So I see some people are being very positive here. They truly want to learn. how to get that done, how to learn faster than babies. And here I mean learning to speak English faster than babies, not just walking faster than babies, because we have bigger legs. So that's already a done deal, you know? So I'm going to do that for you guys tonight. We're going to be learning a lot of things, okay? So in today's live lesson, let me go back here. Okay. In today's live lesson, I'm going to be showing you not just that, okay? Many things. But one of the parts of the lessons is I'm going to be talking to you guys about 3 limiting beliefs that you have about learning English connected to babies. I like to call this the baby method, okay? Do you know the baby method? Tell me here in the chat. Let me type this here for you guys. Do you know the baby method? Okay, so I'm going to be talking to you guys about 3 things many English learners believe that are connected to learning English. And unfortunately, these things that many of you guys believe, well, they are stopping you. They are slowing you down. They are going to make you learn slowly. And these are very common things because in many traditional methods in the market, they want you to have the baby method. And because everybody tells you to follow the baby method, you end up learning more slowly and not faster. So we're going to eliminate these beliefs tonight. We're going to be talking about them. So your point A tonight is understanding these 3 things that most English learners believe, and then going to point B, which is learning faster than a baby, because you can, okay? So these are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about. So stay until the end, because this is one part. There will be more parts in tonight's lesson, okay? Now, guys, if you don't know me very well, because I see that there are some newbies around here, I am Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English without being treated like a baby, you know, because you are a big boy, you are a big girl. So it's time to learn like a big girl and to learn like a big boy because you're not a baby anymore. So thank you so much for watching. This is me. Every week I'm here posting different kinds of lessons to help you become a better and more confident English speaker. Okay, so thank you very much. And as I said, in tonight's lesson, I'm going to be showing you 3 important beliefs that you have that have become the baby method that I'm going to be explaining a little bit more, okay? And also, at the end, there's more, but I'll tell you along the way, okay? So stay tuned. Now, guys, it's interesting because when I think about the baby method, and the 3 things that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight, I always think about, Denise is a baby sardine and she knows the baby method and it sucks. She's a BSA. She knows what I'm talking about. Don't give spoilers, please. Now, guys, this reminds me of a student many years ago. And when he came to me, he had already been studying English in other places, in other schools, with other teachers. But for some reason, he was always stuck and he was making progress, but very, very slowly. And as a result, he was not able to do the things he wanted to do in English. And if you don't know me very well, I am a firm believer that you have to connect English with your life, with the things that you feel good about, with your passions. And when you do that combination, it is easier to learn. It's easier to go on your journey to communication, achieving your dreams, achieving your goals, and feeling confident about your English, okay? And this student who started having lessons with me many years ago was following the baby method. And when we started working, the first thing I did with this student was to show him the 3 beliefs that I'm going to show you now, okay? Now, guys, be careful with the comments you post here in the chat because I'm reading them, okay? So be cool in the chat because I have the mouse. I am the almighty teacher with the mouse power, and this mouse has buttons, and when I click them, people disappear. So be cool, okay? Be cool. YouTube punishes YouTubers when there are bad comments, strange words, or other things on YouTube, okay? Now, as I was saying, this story, I always remember that story because once I started working with that student, I showed him the 3 things that I'm going to show you tonight. And after I show you the 3 beliefs and the things that you probably believe about your English, I'm also going to show you what you need to do. And as I started working with this student, he was able to eliminate the baby method from his life and as a result learn faster, okay? Now, one thing that I need you guys to pay attention, and I'm always very honest about, I'm not promising you perfection. I am promising you communication, and that's what I believe fluency is. All my babies know this, and I always educate them. I always talk to them about this because fluency is communication, is the ability of expressing your dreams, your ideas, your opinions, your aspirations. That's what fluency is. It's not perfection, but there will be other lessons for us to talk about in regards to fluency and perfection. Tonight, it's all about eliminating some bad beliefs you guys have about your English, okay? Now, let me type the first belief here, okay? And I want to know if you believe that. So, first one. Let's see if you can see this. Yes, you can see this. Can you see this well? It's easier to learn when you are younger. Houston, we have a problem. Tell me here in the chat, do you think this is true? Do you think that when you are younger, it is easier to learn? Because this is something that you see a lot in advertisement, in some schools, even some teachers talk about that. And what is the problem with a belief? And I think, let me take a step back. What is a belief? Okay, let me take this down for a second. Let me see here. No, where am I? I have too many things open in my computer right now, so sometimes I get a little lost. Now, guys, belief, okay? Belief is a noun. The verb is to believe. So a belief is something that you believe, okay? Now, this information, this fact that you believe can be fit into 3 categories, okay? This thing you believe can be neutral, it can be positive, and it can be negative, okay? So there are 3 categories for to describe what a belief is. It can be neutral, positive, and negative. Now, if you believe something is positive, that is awesome. That's good, okay? If something is good for you and you believe it's good for you, that's good. But there are some beliefs that are negative. And these are the beliefs you have to be careful about because they are going to create limitations in your life, not only in English, okay? This goes into a much deeper level. Limiting beliefs will limit every aspect of your life in different ways. And this is something important to bring to the English learning, okay? Because on your journey, you will have language challenges, but you will also have emotional challenges, personal challenges. So we cannot separate them. They are connected, okay? So the 3 things I'm going to show you, they are connected to things we believe. And I can see that many of you guys are already answering. Yes, I believe. And one person says here, yes, because their brain is ready. Huh? Let me tell you one thing. Did you know that a baby's brain and a child's brain as a result is physically different from an adult's brain? Yes. The way a child processes information is very different than from the way an adult does it. And here, what I like to get your attention to is your life is very different from a baby's life, okay? And I'm going to explain because I had a professional experience in the United States. I lived in Boston. If you don't know me very well, Let me tell you a bit of a story here. Let me see if everything is okay here in the chat. Yes, it's okay. All right. Good. When I lived in Boston in 2009, I was an au pair. Do you know what an au pair is? Tell me here in the chat if you know what au pair is. Basically, an au pair, I will explain, but tell me if you know about it, okay? An au pair is a program where I can travel abroad, I can live with an American family, and in return, I become a babysitter. I take care of the family's babies, okay? So I will be a babysitter. I will take care of the child, of the baby. If they have many babies, I'll take care of many babies, okay? Yes, Golizano, it's a nanny, okay? So I was a nanny for 2 years. And while I lived in Boston, working as an au pair, as a babysitter, I had the opportunity of taking care. When I started, the little girl was almost 2 years old, probably 1 year and 10 months, okay? And the baby, she was so cute. The baby was 6 months, more or less, okay? And as I was taking care of those babies, I was able to pay attention to their English, okay? And that got my attention because we have this impression that it's easier for them to learn a language, but we don't pay attention to all the challenges those kids have because they can't talk, they can't speak. And another thing we need to take into consideration is their environment. It's not that it's easier for them to learn. It's just that while you are trying to learn English to travel the world, to talk about your job, to pass an interview, to make relationships and connections, the baby is learning the ABC. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, J, L, M, N, O, P. The baby is learning the wheels on the bus are round and round, round and round, round and round. They're learning very basic things. And that's why we have this impression, this notion that it's just easier for them to learn. But everything surrounding them, all the environment, is an environment for children. Now, very big disclaimer here. I'm not, how am I going to say this? How am I going to put this in 2 words? I am not saying there's something wrong with the babies, okay? There's nothing wrong with the babies. There's nothing wrong with their ability to learn. That is absolutely normal. But what is the problem when we see the schools on the internet or many teachers sometimes making this unfair comparison? I think that's my biggest problem with this. It's not fair. Okay, it's like comparing a banana, a fruit, a very good banana with spinach, you know? But they're very different. They're both important, but they're different things. So comparing yourself and thinking, wow, it's so much easier for a baby to learn, and not paying attention to the environment of the baby and all the information that baby receives for at least 3 years to 4 years. If you spend those 3-4 years learning the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round, the wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town, you will learn, dude, because the lesson is easier, okay? It was awesome to work with the kids because I could really see what happens to a child, to a very young child, to a baby when they're learning to communicate, okay? The baby boy who was 6 months old when I got there only started to say a few things when I left. And when I left, he was already 2, okay? So it's not that simple as the people want to show you on TV. Learn English like a baby. No, I don't believe that, okay? But again, I have all the love for babies. I think they're awesome. I want to have babies one day. I'm not saying there's something wrong with the babies. There's absolutely nothing wrong. But don't compare yourself, a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 50-year-old, a 60-year-old, with the way a baby learns. Because it's not that it's easier, but it's like comparing bananas and spinach. They're food. Yes, they're food, but they're very different. They serve different purposes, okay? I may have been wrong with the allegory of the bananas and the spinaches, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. The system wants you to think that it's easier, because then what happens here in your unconscious mind? You start to feel like, oh, if it's easier, then that means that I can't change. It's not possible for me to change. Because, again, explaining a little bit more about my background, I'm always trying to study neurolinguistic programming, neuroscience, and learning methods to help my BSAs, my students, to help you guys learn faster. And limiting beliefs can be dangerous because they give your brain an excuse to stop, so that you don't take any action. So that is something you have to be careful about, okay? So that is something that you have to be extra careful about, okay, guys? Now, let me go to the second thing. Where did I write it down? Because I don't remember what it is. 1 second. Okay. The second thing. Ooh, this is good stuff. Now we're going to get it deeper into the baby method thing. Just listen, and you shall learn, you know? How many times have I heard English learners saying that? How many times have I heard teachers saying that? How many times have I seen schools telling students to do that? Just listen, and you shall learn. Everything is gonna be okay. Just push the button, you know, the button to listen, and there you have it. You are going to learn, and all your problems will be solved. And guys, of course, listening is important. Of course. Of course, listening is important, okay? I strongly recommend you listen. But this creates a dangerous mentality, okay? And I'm going to explain a little bit more about this dangerous mentality. Because if you pay attention to all the lesson I'm going to give you, at the end, I'm going to give you some practical tips. But for now, I'm explaining things that happen here. And things that happen here will dictate what comes out of your mouth, okay? So your results here depend on your mentality, okay? There was a fairy in my childhood. There was a fairy show, a fairy tale show, and the girl was a fairy, and she did this. I think she did, I don't remember. She did this to do magic, you know? Now, let me focus, because if I don't focus, I get a little lost. Being focused. Guys, of course you have to listen. But people that tell you that all you gotta do is, you know, put on your headphones. Let me exemplify here, let me get very visual. You put on your headphones and then you start listening. And then you start listening. And you listen. And you listen. Because that's what babies do. And if babies only listen, of course they're gonna speak. You know, again, I'm going to go back to my experience as an au pair. And I think that if you are a mother, if you are a father, or if you are an uncle or an aunt, or if you have been around children at a very young age, you will understand what I'm about to explain. The baby boy, when we started to notice that he was only listening, listening, and he was not speaking, we were like, we gotta take action. And then we started supporting him to take action. So don't think for a second that all the babies do is just listen. At some point in their journey, they're like, hey, come on, thanks. Mommy, ma, da, da, da. We stay like this all day long and we try to show them. When they are growing a little, we take their hands, we give them a pencil or a crayon, and we try to show them movements. But we don't pay attention to that. We like to believe that all they do is listen. They only receive information and then one day, magically, they're like, oh, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. And that doesn't happen, okay? Especially because, as I told you guys before a few minutes ago, the way a child will process information will differ from the way an adult will process information, especially because the brain, physically speaking, is different, okay? So when a child is born, I think for about 7 to 8 years, I need to check this part of the information. I don't remember exactly, okay? But it's from 7 to 8 years until this age. That's when the brain is still physically changing, okay? So the way the child interacts with the world is different. So if you just try to apply the same strategies that the babies apply, that is not going to work because you are a beautiful adult. You have your rational thinking, your critical thinking fully developed. You interact with the world in a completely different way. And again, there's no bad or good or better or worse. Oh, babies are better. They're so innocent. No, enjoy the time you are now. Enjoy your age. The way you interact with the world is amazing. I love the fact that I know how to write and I don't need to be like the baby. I love the fact that I get to drink some wine and eat some cheese on Saturday nights. That is awesome. I am in a different moment in my life. Oops. I am a different person. So using this passive strategy of just listening and listening, think about your life, okay? I want you to think for a moment about your life, about something in your life, not English, okay? Something in your life that you really wanted, something you really wanted to do and you did. Think about that. Are you thinking about that? Tell me here in the chat. Something you really wanted to do in your life and you did. Not English, okay? Tell me here if you remembered something. If you remembered something, say yes. If you don't remember anything, say no. So if you remember something, tell me if you remember. Let's see if you guys remember something that you wanted to do and you did. You were awesome. You achieved. Support Teacher Pricks. Say yes in the chat, yo. Dino, he wanted to come to the US and he did it. Congratulations. Good job for you. Awesome. I'm sorry, Bethlehem, you can't drink wine. I'm really sorry. Ibrahim says yes. Another person says yes. I don't remember. I don't know how to read your name because it's in Arabic. Giovanni says yes. Angie says yes. Rojas says yes. That is great. I see Alex says yes. Rafael wanted to paint very well. That is awesome. So excellent. So you remember something. Okay. Losing weight. That is great. Very nice. Now, to achieve this goal, this thing you wanted, like going to the US, painting very well, did you just stay in the receiving, just receiving information, just receiving? No, just receiving, because I love to receive. Did you only do that, or did you take action? Think about that. Did you take action? Did you go after the thing you wanted? Did you study but also put into practice the things you wanted? That's my question for you. And if you achieved the thing you wanted in your life, with dedication, with action. The same thing happens to English, and only pushing the button to listen to something does not equal action. It's a very small part of the process because it all comes down to what you're doing with that information. And if you are not doing much, we have a problem, okay? So that's what I want you to think about, okay? Rafael, I agree with you. After receiving information, you have to practice in order to achieve your goal. And here, it's in a much bigger level. It's achieve your dreams, to achieve your life goals, not only English, okay? So Maria, she took action, okay? So that is a very important thing. So that's why I have a big problem when people say, oh, just listen to your heart. Just listen to podcasts. Listen for 1 hour, for 2 hours or 3. That's all you gotta do. If you want to improve, just listen and you are gonna be okay. I know it's... I will stop. I promise. I'm sorry. I will stop. So that's the idea, okay? Don't stay in passivity, okay? It's action time. But we're gonna talk more about that, okay? And hey, if you're enjoying the lesson, give some support to Teacher Pricks. Hit the like button. That really helps the channel, and it helps me understand that you are enjoying this lesson, okay? Now, number 3. Let me see where I put my number 3, because we have one more, and then I will give you tips. I'll give you stuff. Okay, yes, this one is very interesting. Kids, I love this one, speak better than adults. Oh, look at that little baby in the movies. It's such a cutie speaking English. I can never speak like that child. No, you can't, okay? Again, these 3 beliefs, guys, are they are connected, okay? One is connected with the other because they have differences, but they are so similar in a way because it revolves around the same subject, okay? But the kids speak better than me. Well, I'm going to go back again to your language, okay? Your reality. Think about a child. Let's think of an older child, a 7-year-old child. Do you really think they speak well in Spanish or in Italian or in Arabic or in Japanese or in Chinese or in whatever language you are, fluent at? Again, you may think kids speak better than you, but in reality, their environment is very limited. Again, nothing wrong with the little ones, with the little kids enjoying themselves, having fun, playing around. That's what kids have to do. But if you think about it, that's very limited. Okay, the vocabulary they have is very limited. It serves a specific purpose. Okay, I have a niece who is 11 years old. I think she's 11 now, 11 or 12. She's a pre-adolescent. Okay, she's not really a teenager. She's getting there. I have conversations with her, and she's like, "Yeah, no, yeah, okay, no, yeah, all right." Do you really think that's speaking better? Of course that with her friends she speaks more, but I've seen it. I've seen them talking. I pay attention because I'm a teacher. I'm always observing, I'm a terrible family member. I observe my family members to think about learning strategies. And when they're talking, they are not speaking the way we think, the way we believe. So remember, the key word is believing. So this is a limiting belief. And then as a result, we bring ourselves down because, oh no, they do that. I can't do it. I am much older. That child who is younger is doing so well, and I can't do it. So these are 3 very complicated beliefs that can slow you down, okay? Now, guys, stay with me until the end because as you've paid attention, I've already showed you the 3 limiting beliefs, okay? Now, I'm not only going to show you the problem, okay? I'm also going to show you the solution. Of course, I'm going to tell you what you need to do so that you can learn faster. But first, we need to follow a path, okay? And in this path, first, you need to understand the problem, the beliefs that many English learners have and that many methods want you to believe so that you can, unfortunately, follow the baby method, okay? Now, I will tell you what you need to do, and we are also going to have, let me activate this thing here. This week, after I give you some ideas of what you're going to do, we are going to have, let me type this here. I think I'm typing his name correctly. 1 second. You are going to have a Sherlock Holmes time, okay? You are going to investigate your English for the next 7 days, okay? And I want to know, I want you to tell me how it goes. Throughout the week, you are going to pay attention to your English like a detective. Every time you sit down to study, every time you sit down to practice, and you are going to start identifying the baby method and the things that we believe about learning faster, like babies. And every time you identify something, you're going to send me a message on Instagram in the direct message. Teacher, Sherlock Holmes moment. I was studying and I did this, but then I remembered your ideas in this lesson and I changed. So this is your Sherlock Holmes moment for the next 7 days. And why is that? Because now I'm going to show you some examples of how you are following the baby method in your everyday practice, okay? Because what I showed you first is your beliefs. And the next thing I'm going to show you is, okay, how do you identify the baby method in your routine? That's important. And that is going to help you change, okay? Now, Huberla, my English is not good. Change the language, okay? This is something that I tell friends, that I tell students, that I tell my BSAs. You can be more positive about your English. Like, I need to improve my English. Every day, I work on my English. Every day, I get a little better. Every day, I improve something. Don't always be negative about your English because your brain is going to develop the habit of constantly saying bad things about your English. And if you're constantly saying bad things about your English, your brain is going to block information, okay? And when your brain blocks information, you don't improve. So you get into a cycle of, oh, my English is bad. My English is not good. I don't learn. I don't improve. And then as a result, you stay in that cycle for a very long time until you find a way to break it, okay? Now, guys, Sherlock Holmes time involves identifying what you do in your routine that reminds the baby method, okay? And the baby method is passive, okay? And I hate this word. I hate passive work, you know? The baby method doesn't want you to do things, okay? And unfortunately, you could come here, watch my lesson, and follow the baby method. You come here, you watch the lesson, and when you finish, where's my Instagram? Oh, cats. I love cats. Oh, the model. I don't like her. Oh, my favorite singer. And you completely ignore English. This is a sign of baby method, okay? Because we assume that babies don't need to work to learn. They just, it magically gets in their head and they start speaking, okay? So the baby method is passive. So throughout your day and every time you sit down to study English, pay attention to the identify activities you do passively that don't require any action, okay? That you don't really do anything about it, okay? For example, this morning I watched a video in Italian. I didn't do anything about it. So I don't consider that study time because it was just passive work. I don't even remember the information. Maybe I can remember a few things the video talked about, but I don't know much. And I didn't explore that subject. I didn't explore the vocabulary. I didn't connect with the information. And why do I like to use the word connect so much? It's studies show that when you connect learning and emotions, when you do that, when you connect emotions and learning, it is easier to learn. Your brain absorbs information more easily. And that's when you get results. Anything you do without any feeling is more difficult for your brain to connect with, okay? And, but teacher, I'm not a very emotional person. I'm a very serious person. It doesn't matter, okay? If you are a human being, unless you are a psychopath, which I hope at all, I hope you're not, but if you are, hey, whatever, hey. Unless you are a person that psychologically has no feelings, you have a problem in an area in your brain that stops you from feeling. It doesn't matter how serious you are or how introverted you are, you feel. Okay, and you just have, maybe you're just a little shy when you express your feelings, but we all have emotions. We all feel emotions, anger, anxiety, joy, happiness, sadness. These are all emotions. So when you are studying something and you connect your emotions with the lesson you're studying, you learn more easily. You learn faster, okay? And I'm not saying this in a romanticized way. That's not my goal. My goal is to maximize your results. So if you just do something, I'm just doing this lesson, I don't even know why, and there's no association with your life, no association with emotions, excitement, joy, curiosity, it'll be hard for your brain to encode that information, okay? So passive activities, it's something that you have to identify this week. So remember the Sherlock Holmes? So every time you identify that you did something passively, that you didn't interact with the information, you're going to go on my Instagram, you're going to send me a direct message, and you're going to tell me, teacher, I had a Sherlock Holmes moment and I noticed that I watched like 10 videos and I didn't do anything about it. So you are going to start identifying that, okay? So that is a very important thing. All right. Now, what else is passive work? There are some activities. So watching videos nonstop, Another thing that can be a little bit identified as passiveness, TV series. Of course, I love watching TV series, okay? TV series are amazing, and I recommend you watch them, but don't treat this as study time, because it's not. Remember that results need action, okay? So if you want to have results in your life, not only in English, you need action, okay? So take action, all right? That's important. Now, here are 2 things you're going to do this week. I'm going to give you 2 hacks, okay? I can use it here. Let me see something. Yes, you can still see it. 2 hacks. Let me change the color. 1 second, guys. Hack 1. What is a hack? It's something you can do. It's a tip. It's a strategy. Hack. So that you can start learning faster, so that you can start seeing results faster. And again, as I said, having results faster doesn't mean you're going to be fluent tomorrow morning. No, okay? It doesn't mean that you're going to speak perfectly. No, it just means that you are going to start seeing results more quickly because you will be doing the right kind of activities that will show you progress, okay? And identifying progress is very important when you are on a journey to English fluency or learning something or mastering something in your life. And in today's video, English, of course, okay? So the hack number 1, let me see here. Okay. I like to call it conscious repetition. Less is more, okay? So what is this conscious repetition? This is my problem with listening to very long audios, listening a lot, listening like crazy. You don't think. You don't think about the information you're listening to because it's so long that it's hard for your brain to focus on that piece of information, okay? So my goal here is to show you that less is more if you are trying to improve, okay? So whenever you decide to do an activity, pay attention to the amount of time you spend on that activity. And I was reading a book. I'm still reading the same book. It's Atomic Habits. And in this book, he was talking about some scientific research that shows that for the brain, it's not so important how much time you do something, but the frequency, the consistency you do something, okay? And why less is more? Sometimes it is very difficult to stay consistent with a very long audio, with a very long video, with a very long book, with a very long article, okay? So when you sit down to study, you have to watch out for that because less is more. And when you do an activity that is shorter, you will be able to repeat that activity more times. So that is also a very important element, okay? So that's what I mean by less is more, by conscious repetition, okay? I talk a lot to myself. Do you talk to yourself in English? Because if it is, I think that's okay. You know, if it's in English, that's awesome. Gabriel, is it, I live in a Spanish-speaking country. Would it be dangerous to listen to music in my own language? Would it be better to do English anywhere, anytime? Gabriel, it depends, okay? This morning, I was listening to a song in my native language because I really like that song. Remember, emotions, okay? Emotions and connections. But if during the day you have a little more time, listen to songs in English too. Immerse in the language. That is very important. But if there is a song you like, listen to that song. Don't torture your brain, okay? It's important to balance, all right? So, of course, that it would be great if you could only listen to songs in English. That's great. But what if there is a special song you like and that song is in your native language? It's okay. But try to implement, to include some songs in other languages, in English, so that you can have that experience as well, okay? You are a baby sardine, aren't you? Because let me know if you are a baby sardine. Because if you are a baby sardine, this month I'm giving a song challenge for the baby. So 3 times a week, I'm posting song exercises for the baby sardines to listen to music and learn English, of course. So that this exercise would be good for you, okay? Now, hack number 2. Let me see what my hack number 2 is. Okay, let me write it down for you. Hack number 2. Hack number 2 is get out of passivity, okay? So that is a very important thing. Get out of passivity. What is that supposed to mean, teacher pricks? Guys, if you understand hack number 1, it basically means that you have to interact with the information you study, with the information you listen. And there are different ways to do that. But more importantly, I want you to act, okay? It's very similar with to the concept of going to the gym. If I go to the gym, but I don't exercise, I only watch and pay attention and observe, nothing's going to happen to my body, okay? Only when I do the work, I'm going to see results, okay? So that's what I mean by get out of passivity. You are going to get out of the passive work and you're going to implement active work. And that's what I mean by the power of writing and speaking. Because just as my friend here said, oh, people think I'm crazy because I'm always talking to myself. Because I'm dancing with myself. Because I'm dancing. Yeah, but now we're going to change. Because I'm talking to myself. You can do that. And this is a powerful, powerful combo for people who study alone. It's a great combination of writing and speaking. Because when you write, and why did I say write and not type? Because writing will help your physical memory more than typing. People who type remember information in a shallow way, not deeply. Okay, so when you write down information, it's when you have to talk about it, you remember it in a deeper way. Okay, so that's why I mean write it down. So when you watch something or you read something or you watch a video lesson in English about grammar or phrasal verbs or other kinds of vocabulary, and then you combine writing and speaking, congratulations, you are eliminating the baby method from your life. And you are coming to the team of people who learn English faster because you are combining different skills. You are getting out of the passive work and you are taking control. You're taking action. You are making a change. You are making a conscious decision of implementing information, of interacting with that information, of questioning what you should do, what you think about that information, if you agree or not, if you disagree, how you feel about it. And that's what is going to make you learn faster than a baby. Because as a baby, again, nothing wrong with babies, yada, yada, yada. Nothing wrong with that. But the baby interacts with the world in a very different way. And it takes them time to become more active because they have very basic lessons to learn, such as walking, such as using their hands, learning the purpose of their finger, and learning how to taste things. You know, they have many other basic functions they're learning. So if you only stay on the receiving mode, you are not taking control of your journey, of your goal, of your dream. So when you take action, you are in control and you can achieve anything you want and you can do it faster because you are going to be combining very important areas in your brain. You're going to be challenging your critical thinking, you know, the part of you that, hey, do I agree with this? Do I disagree with this? How do I feel about this? What is my opinion about this? And that is a much better way and a faster way to learn English, okay? Now, there's more. It's time for another hack. I have hack number 3, okay? Hack 3, which is Prix Plus. Prix Plus. I got too excited because this is new. Let me see. Let me use this color because I like this color. This is Prix Plus. Do you want to know what Prix Plus is? Tell me here in the chat. If you want to know what Prix Plus is. If you want to know what Prix Plus is, tell me here in the chat. People on Facebook. Okay. Mustafa is saying, teacher, I learned how to drive and I practiced. Now I'm driving well. That is awesome. So you see, you took action. You took control. That's why you're performing way better and you drive well. Awesome. So do you want to know what Prix Plus is? It's cool. I'm very thirsty. Now, guys, what is the extra here? Okay, what is the Prix Plus moment? I gave you hack 1 and I gave you hack 2, okay? Now, what is that supposed to mean? Hack 1 was conscious repetition, less is more. Hack 2 was get out of passivity, the power of speaking and writing. But now we have something extra, and this is what I like to call my special touch, the thing that I love the most. Yes, what is the meaning of Prixplex? I'm explaining right now. I'm telling you all about it. I don't know if some people said no, but that hurt my feelings, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Because I have the power. Guys, I believe that when we are learning a language and when we are learning anything in life, we can take that opportunity to the next level. We can do more with that, okay? And I think that when you connect English with your life, when you bring something important, something special, and combine that with English, you have a very powerful combo, okay? So when you bring English to your life, that's where the magic happens, okay? So I think that when you are reading something in English, when you are watching something in English, when you are interacting with some kind of information in English, be careful, because your mind, your beautiful brain, is not a dumpster, okay? Do you see the image here on the screen? Your mind is not a dumpster, okay? What is a dumpster? Is a container where we throw trash, where we throw things we don't like anymore, where we throw dirty things, trash. It's where we dump stuff we don't like. It's where we dump stuff we don't need, stuff that is broken, stuff that is not good for us anymore. So don't treat your mind like a dumpster. And what is that supposed to mean? Whenever you have an opportunity to study English, why not study something that will make you a better person, that will improve your life, that will encourage you to do better, that will motivate you, that will bring you ideas to make you become a better person? Because if you do this, I follow what I'm suggesting. I treat my mind like a sacred place. So whenever I'm studying English, whenever I'm studying Italian, or whenever I am studying in Portuguese, I give stuff to my brain that will empower me, that will help me become a better person. And if you follow this combo of treating your brain, the Prix Plus idea, treating your brain, connecting with something good, with something powerful, you will improve your English and also your life. You will improve different aspects of your life. You will become a better person. So study, explore. I think, let me type this here. Explore the world in English. Learn about things that will make you a better person. Because at the same time you are learning English, studying vocabulary, you are also becoming a better person. So it's a win-win. And in a world where we are all busy people, we don't have so much time to do everything we want. Imagine learning things that will help you stay inspired, connected with the world, becoming a better human being, and doing all of that in English. So connect with something that you are passionate about, something that will inspire you and that will motivate you, okay? So these are some powerful tips that if you follow, you can learn English faster, because as you follow a more active plan, you begin to see more results. Your brain starts to show you that, hey, you are making progress. And that's what I want for you, okay? Now, we have our hashtag of the night, okay? And the hashtag is I can learn fast. And teacher, where am I going to post this hashtag? You are going to post this hashtag here on Instagram, okay? Let me see if I can see this. Da-da-da. You're going to go here and you're going to post in the comments, I can learn fast, okay? And the idea is that way I know that you are a regular or a newbie or a BSA that watched all the lesson, okay? And remember your Sherlock Holmes activity. If you catch yourself this week following the baby method, you know, or if you catch yourself following the active method, you're going to tell me on Instagram. Send me a message, use the hashtags and tell me, teacher, this happened to me this week. I did this, I did that. How awesome it is. So make sure to do that, okay? And we have a deal. Other than that, my friends, share this lesson with your friends and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.